Miles from nowhere in the high desert of New Mexico, you'll find Dorsey Mansion. One half rough-hewn log cabin, the other half an elaborately carved stone castle. This confusion of styles reflects the disturbed man who originally built the house and whose spirit is said to haunt its unhallowed halls to this day.
Dorsey Mansion, Springer, New Mexico.
This is a very strange place. It is a very strange location for a big house to boot.
In 1878, during construction, former U.S. Senator Stephen Dorsey started leaving his macabre mark everywhere on his mansion.
He had gargoyles placed on the castle to resemble his archenemies. It has his face on it. It has his wife's face on it. He may not have lived here the longest, but everything that is here is something that he put his mark on.
Dorsey paid for it all by lying and stealing his way from Washington, D.C. to New Mexico.
We knew it was built by Stephen Dorsey. We didn't know that he was a scoundrel and a rogue. He did a lot of things that were not necessarily good.
Dorsey abandoned his mansion in 1882. 100 years later, the property was purchased from the state of New Mexico.
The caretakers that worked for the state of New Mexico wouldn't stay or sleep in the house.
I felt somebody come and just shake me, trying to wake me up, and I turned sideways and looked, and there was nothing there. The next 2 nights, I spent the night in my pickup. I didn't want to even stay in this place.
There were always noises, unexplained noises here. I mean, it was never ending, constant stuff.
I was walking down this hallway, and I heard some music playing, and people were talking and laughing and carrying on like if there was a party going on. But there was no one here but me.
Strange encounters may have forced some to leave the mansion.
My first caretaker at the Dorsey Mansion resigned sort of abruptly because of the ghost or spirit here in the mansion. She told me that it pushed her down the stairs, these stairs.
Then the rumors started to circulate about the Dorsey Mansion, that it was slowly eating up all these caretakers. It was not a very nice place to be, and something was going on.
Could this have been the ghost of Stephen Dorsey or the activity of other troubled spirits?
Stephen Dorsey and his family left. Shortly thereafter, this did become a TB sanitarium. There's a good possibility that several people could have died while they were here.
It is rumored that the spirits in the mansion drove one of Dorsey's workers to murder a Native American.
There was a fight, and one of the laborers did die. One of the caretakers found a skull in the basement.
The skull didn't have any hair on it or anymore or nothing, but it did have a bullet hole, a small hole right here on the forehead, and it was bigger back here where the bullet came out.
Quite possibly, it's the spirits of the Native American people.
Despite all efforts, the spirits were still plaguing the mansion.
We've tried various ways to send the ghosts away or what, but nothing's really worked.
As a last resort, a Navajo Nation shaman has been called for guidance.
I hope the shaman will put the spirits to rest, that it'll be a quiet and peaceful house to live in, and the surrounding areas will be the same.
2 photographers are brought in to document the shaman ritual.
I'm not much of a believer. Of course, I've met people that have had experiences. However, I think that you can pretty much rationally find an explanation for it.
But I believe in ghosts. Something's got to be left behind, you know, like especially in a bad situation.
Without knowledge of the mansion's past history, the shaman investigates claims of paranormal activity.
There's all these little feeling of irregularities, and something has happened on this side as well. There's another passageway or doorway that leads to darkness. Black. Something very, very strong. I'm getting shaky. And usually I don't get shaky. I don't know what's behind the door. I really don't know.
Do you think that we're in danger?
Danger is where we upset the balance. Human being upsets that balance. I sense that in that little corner, because there's like a little blackness. I don't know what it is. I really don't know. I want to get out of here. There's something down there. Perhaps in the lower, the ground itself, or maybe the wall, maybe. I got out of there, that's for sure.
I think he's like hit on everything. If he never heard the stories of Dorsey Mansion, and so he walks in and he knows the exact points, then I think that that's something.
I don't know what happened. There's tension. Maybe the dividing of the land, maybe. People have died innocently.
The cleansing ceremony begins.
What do you think has happened here today? Do you think you've cleansed my house, my property of the spirits?
The cleansing is always very important for us individually. Only human being can upset that balance. To them, the spirits believe that this is their place. I'm not asking them to leave. It's for us to leave.
Could be anywhere in here. I felt like there was some sort of presence in the house. I got real shaky. I couldn't stop trembling, and I just wanted to get out, and I still want to get out.
They're still guarding their land, and we're trespassing on their land.
I think I'm okay with that. I've lived here already for 12 years. I love the place. I guess if I can't have all the other stuff, we'll have to be okay.
It's not going nowhere.